Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We are the odds couple from sportsbookreview.com. It's week 9 in the NFL, and this is just an unbelievably popular. This is the show we do every week with Doug Upstone. False favorites and top dogs, and it's popular for 10% because of the banter and the insights we give, 90% because of Doug Upstone's ATS record overall. Actually coming off a losing week, Mike Brenner. 1-2 he was. Doug Upstone.
Yep. Wow. Well,
1-2. First win of the season.
There you go. And you know what? Yep. Now it's out of the way, so it's time to move forward. I think Doug's just going to say, all right, that hiccup's gone.
But that brings him to 17-6-1 ATS overall in the year, which is obviously awesome, which is actually unsustainably awesome. But, this is why you have to just, tail his plays in a reasonable manner, not in a crazy, whacked-out manner,
Had a Twitter follower that responded to one of the, because I posted a video with us, and they've sent back a chant, "We want Doug, we want Doug." I'm not kidding you, I love it.
I guarantee you there are some people who will, Doug will hit like 75% over a bunch of weeks, have 1-2 week, and then being like, this guy's a shit.
Oh, yeah, because that's how those haters are, baby. But you know what? Misery's optional.
Well, Doug Upstone, just because you went 1-2 last week doesn't mean we think we think any less of you. We think you're just as much of an expert as ever. Again, 17-6-1 ATS overall in the year, and I'll make a prediction here.
Here we go.
I predict Doug Upstone. You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I made 2 picks in our opening lines show on Monday that really threw Mike Brenner for the biggest loop I've ever thrown him for. I picked both the Browns and the Jaguars this week, and I predict that Doug Upstone will give at least one,
involved
and possibly
in
both in today's show. But I guarantee he's going to give at least one, Mike.
Okay,
I guarantee.
You know what? I'm not gonna. I have to back that bet.
I guarantee he's going to give at least one of the Browns or Jags, maybe both. Let's get to it. Doug Upstone, what is your first false favorite or top dog for NFL Week 9?
The first one's going to be a top dog, and it's going to be on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, they were outgained last week in Dallas, but they had a 23-13 lead in the fourth quarter, but just couldn't do it, couldn't make it work. So, in looking at their 2 losses, they've lost to both Dallas and Washington, in which they had the ball run down their throat. But they're facing a Giants team that is last in rush attempts in the NFL and 29th in yards per carry. So I don't think the G-men are going to have a great deal of success running against Philadelphia. The other thing you have to consider is Philly's confidence going into New Jersey. They're 8-1 straight up and against the spread against the Giants on the road, including 6 outright underdog wins. I think the Eagles are a top underdog play this week.
Well, as you know, Mike Brenner, this was also one of my picks on the Monday show, but not on the Eagles.
I know it.
I was on the Giants.
I saw your face.
I
saw your face.
Look, what he quoted, it's predicated on the fact that I'm expecting significant improvement from the numbers that he referred to. Doug Upstone, let me get your take on this. My sense is that all the offensive stuff you just said about the Giants obviously is accurate up till now, but my sense is that that's a little bit of an illusion. They've got to get at least a little bit better in the upcoming weeks, right?
I couldn't hear exactly what you said, but
I said they've got to get at least a little bit better in the upcoming weeks, right?
The Giants?
Yes. Offensively.
They should get better, but, this is not a good football team. If you compare the 2 teams, just by personnel, there's no question that Philadelphia has better overall players. The Giants have some good skill players, and Eli Manning is he's won a couple Super Bowls, so he's certainly a good quarterback. I don't like the Giants in this game. I think Philadelphia is the better team, and the confidence that they have, I think, of playing in New Jersey, I think they're going to get it done this week.
All right. Well, it's a split line. It's 2.5. BetOnline still has 3 minus 125, so I guess we'll credit Doug with that one. Doug Upstone liking Philly. I'm not happy to hear that.
Yeah, I know you're not. It was like literally a balloon got popped in this room, Doug. You should have seen his face.
I still have the over on that one, so maybe I'll split it on. And I think I'm liking the over more.
You can always buy it back.
I can always buy it back.
But I'll tell you what. Here's what I like. All right, and I love Doug's breakdown. This Giants team is not a good team. All right.
I know. Yes.
Now the Eagles, the lines are starting to think, okay, well, you know what? I think Wentz is going to have enough maturity in him because of the university he came from. Okay, very disciplined university. This kid is going to bounce back. He's going to stay resilient. This team knows they're good, and they did. They had Dallas beat 23-10 in the fourth. This thing should have been locked away. All right, a good team. All right, that has a good coaching staff that will just let these guys know we're going to build on that. We're not going to dwell well on the fact we let one slip. All right. Now, had this been a Tom Coughlin team of years past, I might say, whoa, time out here. But this is a Ben McAdoo squad that I swear, Ben's the one that looked like Mr. Rogers on the neighborhood in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. This guy looked so really confused on the sidelines.
He looked like Mr. Rogers. All right. I don't know. Maybe I'll take this one back. Doug Upstone, what is your second false favorite or top dog for NFL Week 9?
Well, sorry to disappoint you, Peter, but I got a false favorite, but it's going to be on San Diego this week. Now, looking at this game, you know, they lost to Denver. San Diego did last week, but Philip Rivers is still talking about his team possibly being a playoff team despite a 3-5 record. Now, his enthusiasm is based in part by the fact that San Diego is going to play Tennessee, Miami, and Tampa at home this month. When I look at the Chargers at -5, man, I just think that's too many points. The Titans have won 3 of their last 4 games, and if you look at Marcus Mariota's passing numbers, he's 43 yards better in the last 3 games compared to the first 5. So he and his receivers are getting on the same page and have a great deal more confidence. And San Diego is 24th against the pass. Now let's consider the Bolts as home favorites. 1-7 against the spread in their last 8. I think San Diego's a false favorite, guys.
I'm going head-to-head.
All right. Well, Mike Brenner, now it's your turn. You made a pick on the Monday show that has now been directly contradicted
I sure did.
And Doug Upstone's lean. You want to respond?
Me and Uncle Doug are going head-to-head one more time. Here we go. Fire it up, baby, because I'm on the other side, Doug, and I love it. Love the other side. I just think San Diego, all right, and I love to hear what you quoted, what Rivers said. That speaks volumes to me. All right, that defense a couple weeks ago was no fluke that they were that good. All right, I think this team could get it done. They damn near had those Patriots beaten. There ain't been nobody else that close to getting them beat except for them the one other time. All right, here's the deal. I'm telling you right now, this team comes in. Tennessee on the road is not going to show up. I just don't feel it. And I think Mariota has been on a limited playbook. The 3 out of 4 wins, okay, I can take them. But I got a feel in this game right now, Philip Rivers throws it on his shoulders. He gave away 3 interceptions and he cost the team. Years past, check the track record. When this kid bounced back at home off of a terrible loss of 2 interceptions or more, all right, they come back strong. Doug, I love you, my man, but we're going head-to-head.
All right, and also, Mike Brenner, you took it earlier in the week. It was 4.5. Now it's up to 5 or 5.5 market-wide. So actually, I'm going to credit Doug Upstone with plus 5.5 here. You're going head-to-head.
I'm going to give him the 5.5.
All right, you're not worried about it.
Not worried about it. I'm not.
Mike's won the last 2, so here we go.
All right, now let's go for the third top dog or false fave for NFL Week 9. One of these has got to be either Cleveland or the Jags.
It's still on your mind. I knew it was.
Cleveland or the Jags.
Come on,
right?
Doug.
Unfortunately, it's not going to be because I got the total that I'm looking at with the Jets and the Dolphins.
Oh,
now, when you look at these 2 teams, both of them are scoring under 21 points a game. And so I totally get why the total slipped from 45 to 44. But when you get the rake out, you start moving the topsoil around, you find out that the Dolphins are scoring over 26 points per game at home, and the Jets and their 5 road assignments have given up over 28 points a game at Hard Rock Stadium. So when I look at this, a little bit further, I say the best thing to look at here is to take my advice on this, which is to play the over and don't think about the Beck's song that I'm a loser, baby. And instead go with the over, which is going to make you feel like the Weezer song, the greatest man that ever lived.
Yep. Mike Brenner, I already told you earlier on in the week that was one of the leans I had.
Yes,
the
you
over
did.
in the Jets Miami, but I didn't pull the trigger on it. And
I think you need
know
to.
I think I will.
I think you would, because guess what?
The hell?
Doug was 1-2 last week. Doug's not going to be 1-2 this week. You better jump on that.
Yeah, and even if he does, even if he is 1-2 this week, I think that's going to be the winner. I'll take the over 44 -110. It's -113 at Pinnacle. 5 Dimes has 43.5, but I'll take that's just the 5 Dimes line is the only one. So I'll take I'll take the market line here over 44 -110. The Bet Online books have a -115. I'm agreeing with you, Doug Upstone. Last week when I made a prediction about the underdog that I thought you were going to take, it was the Saints, and it wasn't one of your picks, but wound up being a great pick, right?
It was, and I also, as we talked about, I had that on the assignment to write about it, and I had New Orleans to cover the spread, as you had said, and I agreed with you. I just didn't agree with you at the time.
Right, absolutely. All right. Well, Doug Upstone does write articles and contributes content all week long at his website, which is, what is that? Vegas Insiders Daily.
Vegas Pro Insiders Daily, and many of those articles are right at Sportsbook Review.
All right. Doug Upstone, thanks so much. Good luck this week. Thanks for all your insights, always, every week. And we'll talk to you next week for NFL Week 10.
Thank you, Doug.
Sounds great, gentlemen. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.